welcome back. Okay, no, let me start nicely. Guys, hi beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Thando Lwetu Kumalo, also known as La Spicy or Spicy Bits. Whew, guys. I started this channel because I loved creating, and like most content creators, I started with lifestyle vlogs, and I naturally moved into self-care, spirituality, and intentional living because that's genuinely how I was living my life for a while. Yeah. And yeah, if you're not new here, guys, I've missed you. Like, where have I been? And if you're new, welcome to this little corner of the internet. Oh, guys, welcome. And if you decide to subscribe, you become a spicy babe. So, hello, possibly future spicy babe. Guys, let's catch up.
I wish I had a better reason for being away for so long, but I don't. Where have I been? The better question is, where haven't I been? It's crazy to think that almost a year has passed. There were so many moments where I picked up my camera only to put it back down again. Not because I didn't want to create, but because I didn't know who I was creating from anymore. The next video on this channel was supposed to be life after matric. In my mind, everything had already been planned. I believed that if I worked hard enough, made the right decisions, became useful enough, and stayed in control, everything would unfold exactly the way I imagined. But life has a funny way of humbling you. Sometimes it isn't life that changes everything. Sometimes it's one decision, one reaction, one version of yourself that you eventually outgrow. 2025 became one of the most transformative years of my life. It gave me some of the most beautiful memories I've ever experienced. It also gave me some of the hardest. For the first time, I experienced love. For the first time, I experienced heartbreak. I lost people who grounded me. I was trying to finish my final year of school while quietly carrying more than I knew how to express. Somewhere in all of that, I realized something that was difficult to admit. Sometimes the hardest thing to face isn't what life does to you. Sometimes it's what you discover about yourself. I realized that I had spent so much of my life trying to control how I was perceived, that I slowly lost sight of who I actually was. I wanted everyone around me to be okay. I wanted everything around me to make sense. I wanted my life to follow the script I had already written in my head. But life had other plans. And maybe so did I. For a while, I thought I needed to come back with answers. A perfectly edited video, a perfectly healed version of myself, a story that made sense from beginning to end. but healing doesn't really work like that. Sometimes healing looks like making your bed. Sometimes it looks like crying and still choosing to make breakfast. Sometimes it looks like showing up to the gym when your mind feels heavy. Sometimes it looks like laughing before you realize you've started feeling okay again. This series isn't me pretending I figured everything out. It's me understanding that you can always begin again, no matter how messy the chapter before was. It's me giving myself permission to peel back the layers, to take accountability, to forgive myself where I need to grow where life is inviting me to grow, and to step into this new decade of my life with more honesty than I've ever had before. So, one thing that has genuinely helped me through this season was journaling. Not because it magically fixed my life, no. It helped me understand it, and every evening, instead of trying to find the perfect answer, I started asking better questions. And so the journal I've been using, well, it's not even a journal, it's one of those, like, you buy it as a homework diary, but I never used it. Like, I only used a couple of pages, and yeah, no, I wasn't the one for, like, doing my homework anyway, so it came in clutch because honestly, like, I wasn't gonna go and buy a diary, you know. I actually decided, because I saw this guy on TikTok, Jonas. Oh gosh, what a motivation. Like, what a motivation for journaling, because honestly, he's been journaling for so long. He has been journaling for so long. And so I took what was there during that time, and it happened to be this. I changed the 5 to a 6, and so that's how I just started journaling. And these are the prompts that I've been using. So one of them is, okay, so I'm going to read all of them, and then I'm going to give you examples of what I would write to each one. So, how am I arriving today? So that would be like your body, how you're feeling, and emotionally how you're feeling. So you would say, I'm exhausted and I'm sad, you know? You don't even have to give like long sentence answers. And then what made you feel most like yourself today, or like myself today? I would say dancing, creating art, you know, those are things that just make me feel like myself. And then another one is, where did I honor myself today? You could honor yourself. Oh gosh, why is it so hard to speak? Okay, you could honor yourself by living by your morals. Am I right? Okay, but I wanted to talk about boundaries, like living by your boundaries and not allowing anyone to make you do anything that isn't who you would like to be. So that could be one way you honored yourself, or by doing what you said you would do. And then where did I abandon myself today, for example, could also be like not doing what I said I would do, leading to whatever it leads to. Maybe I felt so tired today when I could have been feeling good if I meditated, you know? So yeah. Or I abandoned myself by I don't know, texting my ex. I don't know. Like, for example, I had been healing and I'd been doing good, and then
techniques or something like that, you know? And then what lesson did today teach me? Then you could talk about perspective. Like, I realized that perspective matters so much, because if you're in a place and you decide like off the bat that you're going to be miserable, then you end up leaving there miserable. Or you could say, let's see what today brings me, and then you could meet someone and it could actually lighten you up and you could get an opportunity, or it would be fun, you know? But for example, if you're like at an event and it's taking longer than it should have, and people are enjoying themselves around there, and you decide, I want to go home now, then you won't even get to experience the joy that other people are experiencing, because you're choosing to not feel great about it, you know? Unless, guys, we are cool as us, then okay, so I understand. And then, what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for my best friend, who has been helping me hold it down. She's seen me through every phase that I've been through, and yeah, I know. She's a real one. And maybe my moms actually, they both they keep it real with me, and honestly, yeah, I'm grateful. Sometimes I don't want to listen to them and I'm like, it's just parents, they never understand. But honestly, no. They have more experience to this life thing. And honestly, yeah, you always feel like they don't understand, but they actually do. And then, what am I becoming through the choices I'm making today? You're becoming who you'd be proud to be introduced to, you know? Like, you're becoming a better version of yourself. You're becoming the person who you said or prayed to become. So those are the journal prompts, and yeah, so you guys can take some of those. You can make your own ones, or you can find templates or others on social media.
Those questions didn't change my life overnight, but they slowly changed the way I spoke to myself. They taught me that growth isn't about becoming perfect, it's about becoming honest. One of the hardest things I've had to do this year was witness myself honestly. Not just the parts of me I was proud of, the parts that were impatient, the parts that acted from fear, the parts that needed to take accountability. For a long time, I thought healing meant understanding why everything happened. Now I think healing is also asking, what is this experience trying to teach me? That question changed everything. Instead of trying to become someone new, I started trying to understand the person I already was.
So this video is finally reaching its end. You don't understand how happy I am, guys. I have a couple of notes here that I want to share, and a couple of things I want to say. But obviously when you have so much to say, you kind of like lose yourself, and so I have my notes here just in case I forget to say something, you know. So yeah, over the next few chapters, I want to share the practices that have helped me reconnect with myself. So how I've been listening to my body, how I've been learning to regulate my emotions, and instead of running away from them, because I realized most of my actions were due to my emotions. And when you realize that emotions are visitors, then you're able to be like, okay guys, hold on. This is just fear playing. Don't make this fear become a reality, And then how the Hermetic principles have shifted the way I see the world. As I go on through these different episodes, different chapters, you'll be able to hear about the Hermetic principles, and I'll explain them more in detail, I believe. So, yeah. And then what living with Ma'at has been teaching me about truth, balance, and accountability. So Ma'at is truth, and basically telling myself the truth has made such a large difference, like a good, positive difference. And everything else I'm discovering as I continue returning to myself. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm excited about this because I see now that I'm actually going to be able to give you guys this vlog. I'm so used to saying vlog. This video before I turn 20, before my 20th birthday. Okay, on the 24th. So before this chapter ends, I want to leave you with some, okay. Before this chapter ends, I want to leave you guys with the same invitation I've been giving myself. Find 5 quiet minutes today and open your journal or even just your notes app on your phone and ask yourself, how am I arriving today? Not who people think you are, not who you hope to become, just who you are, like right now, who you are right now. And maybe returning to yourself doesn't begin with changing your entire life. Maybe it begins with being willing to witness it. And thank you for spending this chapter with me if you made it to this part of the video. Guys, I'm forever grateful for the spicy bits that I meet in real life, and the ones who watch my content and I cannot meet and have not seen me in public, but I'm so grateful. You guys are actually the cutest thing. You are some of the cutest people, and I'm so happy that I can produce this content for you guys, and I'm actually in a space where I'm feeling creative again, and I'm able to give you guys content, and I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter, So until next time, keep returning to yourself with love and light. I love you guys, 2 bits. Damn.